Welcome to Sunday. It is the final round of this week's GP event. It's the curtain closer on the F1 season and it's the Abu Dhabi GP. But don't worry, the F1 Clash season is just over halfway through, so plenty of racing still to go. We've still got Alonso boosted with Virtue and Typhoon, and let's take a look at how we got on yesterday. So you'll see how we've got on today, but qualifying, we scored the max points 188. In opening round, we had one tough matchup at Singapore and we scored 374. And in final round, so far, we are 188 points, 4 lots of 47. But you know, things are about to get interesting once we start to record. Guillaume's put a good effort in at the top on 371. And our closest rival so far will be Tex Motors of Elite Alliance. But any of these, Will, Mustafa, any of these could put in a 376 performance. So we need everything we can to go and score big. And we start with race number 5. Let's quickly show you what we're rocking. It's the same as qualifying on Wednesday. Alonso and Verstappen. And this is the car as well. So let's get to it. Good luck in your final rounds. Go and smash it. Go and use the strategy guide that I create for you. And I want to hear on Monday what rewards you get. But make sure to tell me today how you do get on. But here we go, race. Welcome along then. Let the battle commence. We need a perfect final round. We did it last week. The question is, can we do it again? Well, we're certainly going to give it our very best, and that is all you can do in F1 Clash. As we start P2 and P3, so a beautiful matchup to begin with. And we're going on to Max Verstappen, and we're going to go Hook, one of my favourite boosts actually lately. And we're going to go tune in for the 2-stopping Alonso. So Verstappen 1-stop, Alonso 2-stop. Let's go. Let's give it our all. Come on, good starts needed. We need to hit the lead from the front. Lights out, both perfect. Max Verstappen looking at the outside of Max. And can he get through? It's a bold move. But Max Verstappen does get into P2. So it's Alonso who leads the way from Max Verstappen in P2 with the Red Bull of Max Verstappen behind in P3. Lewis Hamilton into P5 with Alonso P4 now. So we've settled down pretty good so far. It is P1 and P2. Can we scamper off into the distance and see what we can do? But we are looking good so far. Looking very good indeed. Can we keep this pace up though? I think we should be able to. No safety cars should trouble us because they are currently disabled. So it's looking good. It's looking almost very good. So Alonso crosses the line for lap number 3. And he'll be coming into the pits this lap. We will conserve, well, push even, with Verstappen just chilling out in P2. And this is looking good for him. He's pretty solid with Max Verstappen behind. So as long as we don't lose up too much tyre, we're going to be good to go. As Fernando Alonso does now come into the pits. So this is going to be a good run. This is what we need. Dogs go mad. I don't know if you can hear it because DPD decides to come when we're racing. That's not in the script. But Max Verstappen is leading. And that is perfect. Alonso second. But he'll come back and pit again. So hopefully we are good to go. Alonso's just got to create some gap. Max Verstappen can now push as much as he can. Yeah, Max Verstappen can pit. He's going to be on a good 1-stop here. With Alonso carrying on round. And this is looking smart at the moment. It's all we got to do. But 2-stop, I do like the 2-stop. But the 1-stop does always seem to be a lot quicker. But we just got to keep pushing Alonso now. All the way. Let's keep pushing. Just got to cement the 47. That's all we got to do. We got a big gap. And the rival is currently stuck by the Lewis Hamilton, doing us a favour. So just to make it easier for us, they are currently stuck behind Lewis Hamilton. 3 laps to go, including this one for Alonso. He'll come back into pit at the end of lap 6. And it's going to be a very nice start to proceedings here in Australia and to the start of this video. So Alonso will come in. He's done a very good stint. It's been pretty routine, this. And you can see the nice big gap of Alonso out front because we've been able to push him a bit more with his 99 tyre management as well. Max Verstappen's on 55 at the minute, going down to 50%. And he's just coming out next to Fernando Alonso. There you go, just a straight, half a straight's worth of difference. Cornering, race start, very, very nicely round here. And that's exactly what we need to put in a strong performance. And Nick de Vries is probably our biggest risk right now in this race as we sit behind him. When we come up to lap, he moves aside and we race through. 1 lap to go to cement that 47 to begin with. And this is good. It's very nice. Nice and chilled, right? But you know what's going to happen? The fun has only just begun. We're going to get some tough matchups. We just know it. But this one very much in our favour. Rival pits on lap number 8. Let's see if he can grab back any of them positions. It is a bot by the look of it. But Fernando Alonso, in lapping the field, is going to come home to take P1. Rounds the final corner. Piastri moves aside. It's a photo finish. If only Piastri was there for the taking, actually. Alonso wins. Max Verstappen home in P2. It's an AZA WF1 1-2 to start the video. And now we await the rival so you can see the matchup. Rival comes home P3 and P4. And we can show you what the rival was running. That was in our favour, which was very nice. 1714 versus 1659. So not majorly in my favour, but they are running level 7 Alonso and Verstappen. And the car was not a million miles away either. Race number 6 then, welcome. It's about to get tougher. We have the 2 Italian tracks coming next, including now with Monza. And then next up is Imola. This could be make or break. But the good thing for us for making this track, we've got a decent matchup. It's P2 and P5, Alonso and Verstappen. So Alonso is going to go on 2, and it will be a tune-in again. We are going to go hard still for Verstappen, and we are going to go on to that hook again. And I just don't trust the mediums to run a 4-4. Gives us a bit more pushing to do with Verstappen as well. So big call on strategy. Lights out. Way we go. It's a perfect and fast. It's perfect for Alonso. It's not great for Verstappen, but he can make that amends in the first corner as he moves up to P4 around the outside of Lewis Hamilton and all over the back of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen into the next corner. Can he hold on from the chasing Max Verstappen? No, he can't. And he has to settle for P3. It's a very good start from our Max Verstappen, but the rest of the field are on medium tyres. Well, certainly those ones behind us with Max Verstappen. So we are going to have a bit of a job on our hands to keep them behind. Alonso stretches clear out front. That is good. Max Verstappen AI will do 4 laps here. So this is not over by any stretch of the imagination. We've got to focus up, keep pushing. We've got a decent enough gap so far. Looks like that hook is helping Verstappen hold his own right now. And that is all we need. That plus 25 cornering, helping us max out the corner stat on our car. And this is looking good. Alonso into corner 1 and 2. And he's got a nice, comfortable gap. And that gap sits at 7.7 seconds. Max Verstappen holding up the field. Not even holding him up, is he? He's got a nice gap. It's Lewis Hamilton on the softs trying to have a go at Verstappen. Can't get the job done. He'll have a look into the next few corners. But our Alonso is already heading round the final turn and he's into the pits. Verstappen, what's his gap? Ooh, it's only 8 tenths. So this Verstappen is now pushing and out comes our Alonso and he slots, well, he did slot perfectly into second. We're going to keep him and swap the positions. Multi-21 back in the day. Verstappen leads, Alonso second, Verstappen third. with Perez in 4th. Alonso's just got to chill. Verstappen can push. It'll be Verstappen coming in this lap on the mediums. You can see just used all of that tyre. And now Max Verstappen hits that pit entry and he comes in. So does Max. We need to get out ahead of Max. And it looks like we are. Are we going to come out in clean air? Yes, we are. We can cruise down. We are comfortably ahead. And actually, it does us a favour because Hamilton has got ahead of Verstappen. Hamilton will need to pit again. So that puts us completely in control of this race. No safety cars at the moment as well. So there is less risk going on this weekend. And that is because of safety car bug that is currently in the game. So that is disabled. So that's why you haven't got any safety cars if you had wondered. But Alonso from Verstappen. And this is looking good. Very good. We've got just over 2.5 laps to go to cement this in. And Alonso is going to be pitting this lap for some softs. And he'll finish on the fast tyre. In he comes. Time to perfection with the 0%. And he'll make a nice quick pit stop. Hamilton and Norris coming down the back straight, but they've all got a pit still. And here comes Alonso. He's out. And he's out in P1. 2-stop and the 1-stop working beautifully. And that sees us into P1 and P2. Hamilton pitting this lap on lap number 7. So our closest challenger is Max Verstappen on the hards. And he is 8.9 seconds behind. So big gap. You can see there almost a length for the straight is the gap to Max Verstappen. And you can see the rival P7, P11. So not troubling us as we start the very last lap. Hamilton should box now. He's run out of tyres. He's boxed. And that puts us well clear here in Monza. The perfect start to Monza. The perfect start to the racing. The perfect start to the Italian tracks. But we've got Imola to come. Imola can be a pain. It's got some hot weather too. It's going to be all up for grabs when we go racing there shortly. But Fernando Alonso back to his prime. He takes victory in front of the fans. Max Verstappen coming home in front of the crowd at P2. And it is a beautiful 47 points. That's all you can ask for at Monza as we await to show you the good matchup we had. Which means we're bound to get a bad matchup in these last 2 races. At least one. So we're going to have to pull it out the fire if we can. We win 47. Happy days. Decent matchup in our favour. Not by loads, but enough. And you can see there, level 7s across the board. And the car had more speed, but less cornering. Cornering trumps speed. Welcome to the second part of Italy. It's Imola. And it could be very hot. So we've got to watch these weather conditions. It all hangs in the balance on final round. We are perfect to this point. Qualifying, we've got Fernando Alonso P3, who's going to come and give us a bit more trouble. It starts off 26 degrees. So we are going with Alonso onto the mediums. And we are going into Merlion. We're going to send Verstappen out on the softs, or now we're gonna go mediums as well. But we're probably going to do 3 laps here with Max Verstappen. So we're going to see. We're going to see how we get a good start. It's a very difficult track. We don't know how quick that weather temperature will actually change. We know it's going to get baking hot, but it could get very hot soon. Go, go, go. Come on, Alonso. Come on, Verstappen. Verstappen looking at a good start on the outside. He needs to get ahead of the rival. Alonso's in P3. Alonso, our Alonso, has checked out front. Come on, Verstappen. Get a move. Yes, mate. Let's go. P1, P2. What will this Max Verstappen do of our rival? If he goes 4 laps, we are very much stuffed, ladies and gentlemen. We are very much stuffed. We're going to try and hold. Wow. Wow, we can't hold him as we go down the straight. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get 4 laps out of them. At the minute, 31 degrees. I think we've got a chance. He's closing us all the time. And we've got a good pit time boost on Alonso as well. Let's see what happens when we cross or come to the last few corners this time round. The temperature is squeezing up all the time. Can we sneak out? I think we can sneak out 4 laps. And I think we can sneak out 4 laps on Verstappen as well. We are going to have to go to hards most likely. We need to give a bit of push. It's still only 33 degrees at the moment. If that starts to go up, we're going to struggle even more. This rival, we're hoping, will do a 2-stop. That is the fingers crossed moment. And what tyres he got? He's right on the cusp of 25% at the moment. So there's a strong chance he'll come into the pits. For our strategy, he's got to come into the pits. And he doesn't. Interesting then, folks. Interesting indeed. We've got full power unit though. So Alonso will come out on the hards. Verstappen is bang there though. He is bang there behind the rival. We've got better tyre management because he's about to run out of tyres. We've pushed Alonso to create the gap. And you can see how all the time Max Verstappen is going to be catching. And Alonso hits the pits. He's in. We'll close that gap now. Quick pit stops needed. Verstappen's in. He's right behind. Oh, nice pit stop again. We're good at them. Rival comes out. He's gone mediums. And we are on the hards. This is it. We need to get back past this rival. He's going to get back past us because he's on the mediums. We need to just build a little bit of a gap. And we are through into P2. So we'll push to the straight. We'll conserve. We're hoping that this rival will actually run out of tyres on the last lap, on the last corner anyway. So if we just keep pushing, keep building that gap, that's all we can ask for. Because he'll start pushing soon. And we've got some decent power unit levels at the moment as well. Let's push Alonso out the way too. So this is not over, and you can see the rivals starting to push. Or they're not starting to push. Interesting. We're trying to combat it. He's going to have to use some power unit to catch us up. That's the bonus. And he's now pushing. So let's see. Should we have gone mediums to protect? Or have we done the right strategy? You can see he's less than 50% and he's got 2 laps to go. That's going to hang in our favour. Can Verstappen... Oh, he can't hold him up though. This hangs in the very big balance now. Rivals pushing all the time. You can see we're all good for power unit. We've got 25%. We need to close down. The rival is going to run out of tyres. Absolutely. There is no doubt about that. Look at their tyre level. He's going to pit. No, he doesn't pit. So that is surely on us to take this victory and take a 1-2. We can push now Max Verstappen. We can push Alonso. Look at the tyre level for Alonso. There's no way he survives to the end. Oh, wow. You'd hope not anyway, wouldn't you? There you go, look. Surely it's about to run out. We should be able to just catch him. There you go. It's gone. Tyres are gone. Tyres have gone. Oh, we just survived. Oh, wow. What a thriller in Imola. Oh, my God. We knew they were going to run out. It was always in the bag. But it was a lot closer. Lot closer than we thought. It's a thriller. And we survived it just. Rival's going to get P4 as well. It is a bot. But oh my God. That challenged us. 1698 versus 1714. Same driver lineup that we've got. And the car was pretty much smack bang the same. Quicker pit times. Just slightly less speed and power and cornering. Brilliant race. But we pulled it out. Here we are then. The final race of the Abu Dhabi GP, and we're bringing it home in Abu Dhabi, where championships are often won or lost, some in controversy, some in other. But the matchup is okay, it's just in our favour, and we've got Alonso lining up P2 with Verstappen P5. So we're going tune in again. Max Verstappen is going on to hook. It's just so good lately. We're doing a 4-4 with Verstappen and a 3-3-2 with Alonso. Good starts needed. Let's see what we can do. lights out, and away we go. Max Verstappen only gets a fast start, but he is into P4. He splits Verstappen and splits past Alonso, and Max Verstappen gets himself into P2 in this race. So that is the perfect start to this very last race. This is where it counts. This is where we earn our money. Let's see what we can do. Our drivers are primed though. Fernando Alonso in P3 with the boosting Verstappen in P4. The other boosting Alonso in P6. But we carry on round, and we just know that these rivals are going to one stop. Verstappen will one stop, and he's ahead by enough so far. They're about to run out of power unit anyway, so even if they come past, we'll take them again, no problem. Alonso goes deep, rival just pushes past and cuts down, but look at our power unit levels. They are looking pretty good. Pretty good. And Verstappen already closing up on the back now. And that hook boost is hooking and reeling him in, because Max Verstappen retakes second place. Hook, line and sinkered that move to perfection. So, just got to focus on Alonso. We know we've got that Max Verstappen one stop worked perfectly. We're ahead on net pit stops too, because they're only doing one stops as well. It's just Alonso that we've got to get through the pack. We've got this extra stop to do, but we are on the faster tyres. And this Max Verstappen behind us might also pit this lap, because he's not going to go round. Surely not on that tyre level. And he does. He does go round. So expect him to run out of tyres towards the end. Verstappen's got good tyre management. Look, he's got 25%, so that's perfect. And then we cut back down. So this is looking good now. Alonso's on the same straight. So just got to focus on Alonso. That is where we've got to get. We'll save the power unit up. He's got a quick pit stop in tuning, or very quick pit stop, with some speed and cornering. And look at that, rival just makes it. So just makes it through. They'll probably go to hards now, I imagine. Yep, switching to hards. Verstappen comes out, rival goes past. He'll be going to mediums probably at the end of this race. So here we go, Max Verstappen is out. Just to close the gap now on P2. Perfect. Alonso's got one more lap to do. And we're going to put ourselves in a bang opportunity. We'll push Alonso next lap. The hard tyre comes in. So we've got to get out ahead of P4, who is on the hards. And there we go. Here's our push for lap number 6. Verstappen takes P2 back. And the rival closest behind is on the hard tyres, so we can just continue to cruise round. Alonso looking good as to where he is. He's still pushing. Max Verstappen. You can see the hard tyre rival now starting to push behind. But we don't have to pit. Alonso's in. That tune in. It's going to be a very quick pit stop, this one. Oh yeah, 2.4. Look at that. Team has been earning their books. That's a brilliant pit stop, and he's already back out into the lead. And you can see how good the one stop is compared to the two. Alonso's been pushing quite a bit, and he does come out ahead of Max Verstappen. But look at the power unit levels of Max Verstappen compared to Alonso. That is some big difference. It's looking good. It's P1 and P2. So all we've got to do is keep this P3 behind, and he's on hards. And we've got one lap to go in the curtain closer of the F1 season. Fernando Alonso leads from Max Verstappen. Make sure if you've got this far, hit that like button, turn the bell, hit that bell, turn the notifications on. And subscribe. If you are watching, just show some support to the channel. Hit subscribe. Let me show you care. But it's going to be a nice way to finish. We've had 4 decent matchups. We had some difficult ones earlier on, which we survived. But in this video, compared to yesterday, we've made it. Fernando Alonso wins with Max Verstappen P2. It is 47 points in Abu Dhabi. And you know what that means? It is final round perfection. for the Abu Dhabi GP. So 1673, they were all fairly close, but they were no match in the end. Both level 7s, and the car, again, same as last time, very close to ours. So it's actually more of a fair matchup than it looks. But that is it. We've done it. We've put the big score in. And let's have a look. 376, Gilliam in P2 with 371. And yeah, 47's perfection. We nearly did it yesterday, just the one race in Singapore. But today we take our revenge with a 376. Looking down then, just to let you know, with that 376 means that Mustafa can't get past us. So we are secured ahead of him. And our last rival that can attack us will be Tex Motors. He's gone max yesterday and dropped the 1 point. So we are behind him at the moment. If he drops 1 point, it will be P1 confirmed. But for now, let's just be happy that it was another 376. It was 19 perfect races out of 20. Great race, great round. Good luck in yours. Let me know how you get on.